Allô? Je ne suis pas partie, je suis en vacances. Je ne sais pas quand je vais rentrer, Allô?
Well, I think it's been really interesting, personally, as the whole experience, the whole filming experience, and I think the show is really funny. I think it's pretty original, so I look forward to the next seasons, and yeah, I don't know. For us, it was fun, so I hope it's fun for the public.
I think it's been great. I mean, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, you know, we're volunteers. I mean, we're only here for one reason. I mean, that's because we think this is a good show and it's a project worth seeing through. And personally, I want to carry on doing it.
Vampires can be real. Why shouldn't they be real? One day we shall rule this world with an iron fist.
It's nice because, I mean, generally I get to be kind of angry and stroppy, and that kind of suits my natural persona. So it's not that difficult to be an angry bastard. Suits me well.
Some people are just such irritating know-it-alls. I mean, why would Bertie even have an opinion about weapons? I mean, he's a telemarketer, for God's sake. I mean, he sells dildos and butt plugs for a living. I mean, unless you can kill someone with a butt plug, you are not a weapons expert.
I really identified with the character of Max, actually. He has this sort of a desperation and obsession that I know very well.
She doesn't want the dress back, so I figure why not, right? This feels pretty good.
I think it was quite funny because I wasn't there for the first episode, so I came for the second episode, and you could see that all of you guys were really linked into each other, and you have found your form of humor, and it's very, what do you say, naughty, sexual. I was scared, I think, at first.
Listen, you skank, I don't care that you're only 18 and just had a baby with your dad. So you can't keep your legs together and we have to pay for it?
I just think it's a great experience, and of course you can practice some different stuff and learn a lot, and it's just a great group to be working with. As a day job, I'm a film technician and do sound or camera, so in this case, sound.
Actually, I work with sound, and I've done sound for theaters, so it was nice to be able to make the transition to film and learn sort of on the job there too.
I think the process of making the vampire show have been, I mean, even though it has been fun, it's been really hard in many ways because, I mean, we started out with one idea, but we needed to start compromising with a lot of things simply because we didn't have locations,
Money,
and obviously this is for free, so it's sometimes we had to sometimes actors can't come to rehearsals or to the actual shooting, and then some rewriting has to be done, and yeah, fun but hard.
Freeze, motherfucker! Run, save yourselves. I'll handle this.
Respect.
Just doing what had to be done, you know?
you don't get to be a bitch in your everyday life usually. You know, you have social conventions and you have to be nice to people. So it's actually really funny to play someone as bitchy as Mimi. Yeah.
It's so hard finding a job nowadays, huh? Yeah. You know, like, since nighttime's the only time we can work, it's like even harder, right?
Is Sophie a bitch behind the scenes? Yeah, on the whole, I'd have to say no, because she sat here. I mean, she'll see this, right? I mean,
One doesn't touch someone else's knitting, okay? It's a rule that we have for knitters.
For knitters.
International knitters rule.
How do you say knitting in French?
That's a good question.
Here you go.
I suck at
Knitting for
translating.
dummies.com.
Wait, no, of course now. And now I'm gonna look for it for 2 minutes, like. Tricoter.
All that
Tricoter.
hard work for
Tricoter?
Tricoter.
Tricoter.
Yeah. Actually, it was my first casting with a camera. And I've done a lot of castings before, but for theater, and it's very different. And I'm pretty camera shy, actually. So, and I was one of the last ones to come. And remember, I talked to the others, of course, and they said, oh, they asked me to take this scene again and do it with this accent and that accent. And some people were there for a while. And I just came there and I did it with my lines, and that was it. So when you said, oh, thank you, I left the room and I was like, oh my God, you know, I really fucked it up. Must have been awful because, you know, yeah. And I didn't know if I did well or not because I didn't know how I looked like. I had no idea, you know, what the show was really about. So it was difficult. So I really thought that, you know, I was like out of the picture, really. Yeah.
I think like Sophie, I mean, I was a bit unsure about how it went. It just seemed to be over very quickly. So yeah, I mean, I certainly wasn't confident about getting a part, but yeah, there was more people here than I thought.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously I looked at other people around the casting and thought, you know, obviously being my age group, and I wondered who I was up against. So you know, it's yeah, I wasn't sure. I always wanted to play video games with vampire teeth.
But I actually thought I would be best suited for the innocent girl. I don't know why. So yeah, I did both parts, but I didn't know like which part would be chosen for me, if any. And then when I knew I was going to be the bitch, I actually inspired myself from some people I've met in my life. I've met some pretty interesting bitches out there. So I've had 2 or 3 girls who actually really inspired me for this. And then I worked on her, and you know, I won't say any names though.
Gosh, yeah, auditioning, boy, that was tough. I've never done any work for a film before, so I really didn't do well in auditions. I didn't get any of the parts that I auditioned for, but I was pleased to be brought in later as a supplementary character.
So, what about we go out to look for a job?
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. Maybe we can grab a drink or two.
Yeah, I'm a bit peckish too. Let's go, honey. Let's do that.
What did I have to do to get the part as Max? Hey, I did what I had to do. Let's just leave it at that, all right?
It's him, not me.
I'm sure it's working.
I mean, everyone knew that they will work for free.
Yeah.
They will work very, very hard. I mean, we are very demanding, and they're not even gonna get free food. They have to bring their own lunch pack.
We all bring our own lunch packs,
Yeah.
and it's really, even though that we try to do it as seriously as we can, it's still we want the feeling of bunch of friends just doing something that we just like and think is fun. So that's how I sort of relate to this whole thing. It's just we are just a bunch of friends who meet up. We bring our own food package and we just shoot as much as we can, and then we eat, and then we just talk and have fun.
Så spørger jeg mig, okay, hvordan reagerer sådan en studiekammerat på, at hun er med i Harry Potter og sådan noget, ikke?
We're doing this because we want to create something.
Yeah.
And one could wait for a lifetime to get funding to do a TV show. So we looked for people who want the same thing as us. Hence, you don't really need to motivate those people. Because we don't need to motivate us.
No. Besides, even though the first season of the Vampire Show is done now, and we probably will put it maybe a little bit on pause because we want to make a feature film, also for free, and same way as we have done the Vampire Show, we will definitely be using many of our actors that we used for the Vampire Show.
The whole concept of a staring contest is that you don't blink, no matter what. That's the whole
Did
point.
you just decide on like the rules of the
Well, obviously, I didn't just decide on it.
contest? It's called a staring contest, not a not blinking contest.
Well,
Oh, can you? Oh, that's. Am I revealing? No. Hello. This is rock.
Action.
Skidabur.
Action.
I'm in love with every beautiful woman, Victoria. Including you, Victoria.
You're just in love with her.
I'm in love with every beautiful woman.
Oh,
sorry. Who would believe in such a silly thing as vampires?
Say, Henry, what's that pink thing in your pocket?
Hmm?
Yeah, the pink thing in your pocket. There.
Oh, it's the ones I lost.
Yeah. She's coming.
I'm sorry, I was supposed to start.
She's coming.
I'm starting.
Oh, yes,
They'll be armed with this weapon when we fight imperialism and free the workers from this shackles of cut bollocks.
I was walking on a dark street and this dog came out of nowhere and I had tons of that and even though I've been doing it for years
Action.
Seriously, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Bring me like a kebab or something.
Go to Tart Town. Have we seen this one? All right, I'm ready.
That's cool.
Okay, go.
You blinked.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, and you blinked again.
Okay, listen, that's not fair. I had something in my eye.
That does start over. That doesn't matter. It's a staring contest. The whole concept, the whole idea of a concept, of the staring contest.
Yes, hello. This is Rocco calling to confirm your order of 2 gay Oh, that wasn't supposed to.